the Republican National Convention as we speak. The excitement is palpable. Or is that soul-shaking fear? They feel eerily similar. And if that wasn't enough news to cover in a day, there's another gigantic story brewing. Keep your news alerts on because the Democrats might be recasting a very big role.
Breaking news about President Biden's candidacy.
The New York Times, sources close to President Biden say he's beginning to accept he might have to leave the race.
Axios says he could drop out as soon as this weekend.
It's reached almost a fever pitch. Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi have all had very direct conversations with President Biden.
His political fate more precarious than ever.
An increasingly dire moment.
His fate now hanging in the balance,
Nearing the point of no return.
We are close to the end
of his candidacy. To be clear, when you're talking about an 81-year-old, you gotta be clear about that. Think about how strange this moment is. In the span of 1 week, one candidate got shot, and the other guy might drop out. I mean, years from now, children will be reading about this in history books. I mean, not in Florida. They won't have those, but everywhere else. And on top of that, all of that, Biden has COVID, which is no joke for a man of his age, especially because this is an unusual strain where the brain fog hits you 3 weeks ago. Now, for more insight on the quickly evolving state of Joe Biden's candidacy, we got full team coverage. Let's first go out to D.C. with Michael Kosta. Michael! Whoa, Michael! Michael, what's the latest?
Jordan, I'm here outside Chuck Schumer's office as he tries to push Biden out of the race. But it's a very difficult, delicate situation because don't forget, he's the president, which means he holds all the keys.
All right, the metaphorical keys to power, the reins
No, Jordan, the actual White House keys. You know, they're on one of those big key rings, and he has a clip to his belt. There's a key for the Oval Office, a Situation Room. There's one key that just says room. We don't even know what that is. So they either have to convince Biden to give up the keys or wait for him to fall asleep and try to snake it off his belt with a broom handle.
Is that really the only solution? Why can't they just get a locksmith and get new keys?
I mean, I guess they could, but he's also the only one that knows the White House Amazon password. So what's the point of being president if you can't watch the new season of The Boys? Am I right?
Well, I mean, Joe Biden's an old man. His password's probably something like Joe Biden 1, 2, 3.
Jordan, this man is the commander-in-chief. I'm sure he has access to better oh, my God, that worked. That was it. Great. We're in great shape. Thanks, Jordan.
Thank you, Michael.
Yes,
Let's go now live to Nancy Pelosi's office with Desi Lydic. Desi. Desi. Look. Desi, we know Chuck Schumer's trying to be sensitive. What's Nancy Pelosi doing?
Well, she's playing a lot more hardball, Jordan. She had a meeting with Biden where she just stared at him while doing that five-finger knife thing. It's very intimidating. She's also trying to mess with his head. She threw a pair of sneakers over a power line outside the White House.
Is that a threat?
Well, I don't know, but if there's one thing that freaks out old white people, it's sneakers on a power line. Yeah. How'd they get up there? Is it a gang sign? Is it a drugs thing? Is it hip-hop? Either way, it's time to move to Florida.
Wow. Very fluid situation. Thank you, Desi. Let's go out to the Capitol Hill with Ronny Chieng. Ronny. Ronny, talk to me. Who are you talking to?
Jordan, I'm talking to an opposing faction that is standing behind Joe Biden 100%. They're telling the president to ignore the haters, stay in the race, and do as many public speaking events as possible.
Wow. Which Democrats are telling him that?
No. These are the Republicans. They are gung-ho for Joe Biden, Jordan. This must be the unity thing that they're talking about.
Okay, Ronny Chieng, everybody. Look.